To keep yourself updated, subscribe to Indigo Learn and click the bell icon and download our app OneFin to start learning on the go.
Hello friends, how are you doing? I trust all of you are doing very well. So this is a video for students who have written their exams in May, CA students or CMA students who would have written in June probably, CMA students. So, and results are out for some of those exams. CA inter results are out, CA final results are out, and CMA results probably will be out soon. Right. So this is a video specifically for them. What is this video about? So this is a video about a course for people who were unsuccessful in this CA inter or CA final exams. What do I mean by that? See, some of you would have written CA inter or CA final for the first time. Some of you would have written it multiple times. And some of you would have cleared it, some of you would have not cleared it. This is for people who have not cleared. So if you have already cleared, even then I suggest that you watch the video. But if you have not cleared, I believe that you have to definitely watch the video. Let me repeat, if you have cleared, you should watch the video. If you have not cleared, then you should definitely watch this video. Why am I saying this? See, some of us, including me, including my colleagues in Indigo Learn and, entire team, we receive a lot of calls. We receive a lot of calls from students, their worried parents and their friends, relatives saying that, I have lost motivation, I am, feeling defeated, I'm unable to take failure and so on and so forth. I don't know what to do. I don't know what is going to happen to my career. A lot of these queries we get where the student is really beaten hard and we feel very bad for the student, right? And this is specifically for students who take up these professional courses like CA or CMA, where, the examination system, right, is very tough in terms of, you need to get minimum 40 in each subject, average of 50 across subjects, the questions are fairly deep, the concepts are very deep. And, sometimes it appears that despite putting the hard work, you're not getting the result. Right. So such kind of students or students, who feel that, they believe that, they want a qualification in accountancy or in auditing, they want to become an auditor, they want to work in a large corporate or they want to, work in a big four, but, this is just not happening. CA is just not happening for you or CMA is just not happening for you. I believe, at least we at Indigo Learn believe that there is an excellent opportunity for you. There's a tremendous, excellent opportunity for you in the form of ACCA. Now, before you jump to conclusion, saying that, just like CA, it is ACCA, I want to clarify certain things, right? So, ACCA syllabi, right, the content or the curriculum is very similar to that of CA, but it is of international standard. CA is far more focused than India. Your income tax is India focused, GST is India focused, Companies Act is India focused, corporate laws are India focused, everything is India focused. Why? Even your FR is India, if your SFM is focused on Indian capital markets, so everything is India focused. Whereas, ACCA is a much more global course. So, course is more global, but the topics or syllabus are very similar. I'm not saying same to same, they're very similar. This is the first aspect. Second aspect is ACCA, even though the curriculum is very similar or it covers similar topics, the examination style or the examination system is very different. What do I mean when I say very different? Firstly, exams are conducted 4 times a year. CA exams, you have to wait for 6 months. Okay, ACCA exams are conducted 4 times a year. And you know what? Even during Corona, they conducted computer-based exams. So, just because, there is Corona doesn't mean that you, had to sit at home and, waste 6 months of your life or 1 year of your life. You could actually take exams, computer-based exams sitting at home. Okay, they enabled all of that, right? That is the second aspect. Third, you can attempt paper by paper. You would not have heard of this in CA, right? You can, in ACCA, you can attempt it paper by paper. Okay, so some of you may come back and say, then that is not so rigorous, it does not have that depth, it does not have that quality. Boss, I have one very simple point to all of this, okay? I have finished my CA. I have also finished my MBA from ISB Hyderabad. I am also a CFA. Okay, so I have 15 plus years of work experience. So when I am telling this to you, please think of it that I am telling all of this to you with loads of experience and loads of professional qualifications. Okay, this whole thing about rigorous exam, rigorous that, the depth, all of this is only till examination pass date. Once you get into a job, it is how you perform in the job that matters. Even if All India first ranker or second ranker or third ranker or any of the All India rankers, right, will be on the same plane as to a non-ranker or a second attempt, third attempt pass. After they get into the job, everybody is evaluated similarly. Everybody is evaluated similarly. Just because you have got an all India rank or you've got a rank or something, if you don't do your work, they will not just keep giving you promotions. They will say get lost. Right? Same logic applies in other professional qualifications also. Just because this examination is one exam I write, it is an easy exam and all of that. That is all. If you ask me, it's all bullshit. Why? Because what they are expecting from a student is knowledge. They are not expecting from a student or a candidate who they will take into their job, they are not expecting him to be expert on everything at the same time, at the same point and all of that, remember all sections, all of that. There is Google God, man. If you don't know anything, go and ask Google. What is expected in a job is your ability to analyze, ability to interpret, ability to understand things. It is not your ability to remember. Remembering is no longer a virtue. It was virtue long, long ago when we did not have Google, when we did not have computers, when we did not have smartphones. Okay, so if there is a notion that ACCA is easy, ACCA exams are easy and hence quality is not so great and all, I strongly suggest that you move away from such kind of notions. Okay, so enough said on that. Let me come back to the main story. Okay, so ACCA exams are held 4 times a year. You can write 1 subject time. Okay, and they also have similar pass criteria and all of that. So we will come to that later. But the idea is, it is not putting undue, unnecessary and irrelevant practical life. In practical life, all this stress is irrelevant. Okay, so people think that this stress will make them strong out. Nothing like that. All that is irrelevant. Okay, a lot of people don't use 90% of what they study. Okay, let me make that clear to you. Right, so someone who clears ACCA will be on a very, very similar footing as CA, and ACCA is known as global CA. ACCA is known as global CA. Before you think that this ACCA is some local institute or anything, no boss. This is an institute which is as old as 1930s, and it is from UK, Glasgow. It is as old as 1930s, 90s, 40s from UK. Okay, so it is also a UK based qualification. Where did our Indian CA come from, boss? Before ICAI was formed in 1949, where was Indian CA? Did we have CAs in India? No. We had something called ICAEW, that is Institute of Chartered Accountants of England and Wales. So we adopted ICAI from ICAEW of England, right? England has developed another institute, or they allowed another institute to evolve called ACCA, which is a competing institute with ICAEW. Okay, in England, ACCAs can also sign. They can also sign as auditors. Okay, they have equal stature. So please move this notion out of your mind that CA is somehow higher level on a professional qualification and ACCA is not. No, you are absolutely incorrect. In UK and in large parts of the world, ACCA and CA have very, very similar, almost same. They are on same plane with respect to auditing, certification and signature. The value of the signature is same. In India, because ICAI is a regulated monopoly and they have a statutory monopoly, they will not allow anybody else to compete with them. In fact, I don't know how many of you are aware, there was a change, there were a bunch of changes that were brought about in ICAI. At that point of time, the Parliamentary Standing Committee panel was very, very critical of ICAI, saying that they need competition, we need one more institute. Okay, so I don't know when that institute will happen, how all that will happen, but I'm just telling you, giving you a perspective that ICAI in India does not have competition, but CA institutes are across the world, right? CA institutes or CPA institutes across the world, they will have competition in form of another similar qualification. So ACCA is a qualification like that. Okay, that is the next aspect. Then a lot of you may end up thinking, array, this ACCA qualification is based out of UK, everything is in pounds, it is very expensive, it is, for costly people, it is for rich people and all that. Boss, it is for rich people and all of that. I am telling you that is not the case. What is the total cost of ACCA course? It is comparable to CA. And when I say it is comparable to CA, for CA, how much do you pay for exam fees plus, registration fees and all of that, and how much do you pay for coaching? CA Foundation, you pay some 20-25,000. CA Inter, you pay another 50-60,000. CA Final, each subject is 10 to 15,000. There you end up paying close to 1 lakh, right? So all put together, eventually you are going to spend 2.5 odd lakhs, no? For CA also, you will have to pay the same amount of money even for ACCA. ACCA, you will have to pay the same amount of money, anywhere between 2 to 2.5 lakhs. And I am giving a broad range for 2 reasons. Why? ACCA also provides you exemptions. So if you are a CA Inter pass or a CA Final pass, or if you are a BCom pass or you are pursuing BCom, there are certain levels or certain subjects that actually get exempt. Right, you can know more about these exemptions and all. There are other videos in this channel. We will give the link of those videos also in the description of this video. You can go through them. The idea is the cost of the course is anywhere between 2-2.5 lakhs, including tuition fee. including tuition. When I say tuition, it is coaching. So what we call as coaching in CA is called tuition in ACCA parallels, right? So including tuition fee, registration fee, exam fee, subscription fee, what all names you want to put, add all of them, the cost will not be more than 2.5 lakhs. And this is for, it will be between 2.5 for a reason that I said two reasons. One is because there are exemptions. Second reason is pound. So all their fees, right, all their fees, especially their ACCA registration fee, exam fee, exemption fee, all those fees are in pounds. So tomorrow, if INR, GBP, rupee depreciates against pound, then these fees will increase. But as of now, considering, where rupee and pound are in between that 95 rupees to 100 rupees per 1 pound range, if the exchange rate remains in the range of 95 to 100, then the overall cost of the course will be anywhere between 2 and 2.5 lakhs. Okay, this is assuming you clear them in first attempt and all of that. If you have to take multiple attempts, obviously it will go up. But please note, same thing happens even in CA. If you are taking multiple attempts, you have to, some of you might want to take coaching again, or some of you might have to pay exam fee again and all of that. So same logic applies. So this overall cost of the course is very, very similar to CA. So it is not a rich man's course. Please, a rich lady's course is a rich person's course. Aisa kuch nahi hai. There's nothing like that. It is for normal people like us, and anybody can take up the qualification. And you know what is the best part? You can pursue ACCA along with BCom, and there are cases where people have finished ACCA before BCom, and just because they finished it, it doesn't mean that it is low value. Again, I'm saying don't come to all these fancy conclusions. Okay, ACCA is as good as CA when most of the places abroad. In India, because of the statutory requirement of ICI, we don't have enough. A person who's ACCA qualified does not have a signing authority, okay, and they cannot practice and all of that stuff, right? So that is one part. Then what is the, I've told you how many? 4 things so far. What are the 4 things that I've highlighted to you so far? One about course content being similar, examination being different. Then I told you about it is global CA, that is the second one. Then I told you about the overall cost of the course. Correct? I told you cost of the course. Then I told you about you can finish it off before BCom. You can finish it off in 1 to 2 years. So very recently I heard of a case where a student apparently became an ACCA before the student was 18 or 18 and a half. Okay. So the student directly after class 12 finished this. Okay, the student started studying from class 11. Okay, so ACCA allows you to study along with class 11. There are multiple ways in which you can go through. There are 3 levels in ACCA. If you are coming before class 12, there is something else called foundation in accountancy. So you have to take that and come through. But whatever it is, the student became an ACCA by 18 and a half. Okay, I came to know of this live scenario. Okay, it is very, very much possible. Okay, this is the 5th thing, right? Then what else? So after you get ACCA or after you become a qualified ACCA professional, there are job opportunities in Big Fours. There are job opportunities in Big Fours, and there are opportunities abroad also. Okay, the Big Four job opportunities right now are in their global delivery solution centers or their KPOs where you actually work for international clients and all of that. And the salary ranges between 6 to 10 lakhs. Guys or girls, the average salary for CAs or starting salaries for CAs is also in the same range. There are exceptions, people who get 30 lakhs, 20 lakhs and all that. But largely, if you look at the average is for CA is also in a very similar range. Okay, that is one aspect. So please don't get into this misconception that ACCA is lower salary. No, the average salary is 6 to 10 and there are people who get higher than that also, but those are also exceptions just like CA. And the best part is ACCA Institute is far, far, far more proactive than the CA Institute. They tie up with employers. They go and pitch the course to employers. They go and explain the course to employers. They make opportunities available for you across the world. They have a portal that is, far, far more functional than our ICA job portal. Okay. So there are tremendous amount of advantages with ACCA, especially with respect to getting jobs. They are very, very supportive of students. And how they make it supportive? They actually build an ecosystem of students, tuition providers, like in OneFin by Indigolearn, we are a tuition provider. We are a accredited partner. So they build a ecosystem of students, tuition providers and employers. Okay. And what they do is they ensure that this ecosystem evolves so that students get the maximum benefit. So they encourage people like us who are the tuition providers to actually interact between employers and students and ensure that students get jobs. So you see, in addition to the ACCA Institute themselves working, there is somebody else, your tuition provider also is working for your benefit to get you employed in corporates. right? So the institute, if you honestly ask me, right, very forward looking. I've met multiple people from the institute, and I believe that, in the coming years, ACCA is going to be a big thing in India, right? And most likely, probably after 10, 15 or 20 years, you will see, some level of certifications or regulatory advantages being given to ACCA qualifieds also. Okay, I estimate it will take probably 20 years, because ICA will not allow things to go randomly like that. Whatever they have, they will hold on to it. But believe me, in the age of globalization, internationalization, in terms of mobility and all of that, slowly we will see that, people like ACCAs or CPAs, they will also be allowed. They will also be allowed to do certain activities in India. But I think it is at least 15, 20 years away. Okay, this is the 6th point. And then what is the last point? The last point is, this degree, right, will help you build confidence. You can pursue, see, if you are a student who is not succeeded in CA, right, and you want to pursue ACCA, very good. This will help you build confidence, and you can parallelly work on ACCA and CA. That is, you can study ACCA, or you can complete ACCA, and then you can parallelly pursue CA. That is one aspect. So if you've already cleared CA, or you've finished CA inter, or you're finishing CA final, you're doing very well, even then I believe that ACCA is a good option. Why? Because I think additional degree will only add value to your resume. Additional degree will only add value to resume, and as I said, there are a lot of exemptions. Right? So friends, given that I've explained to you this whole thing about ACCA, what I want you to do is, I want you guys to attend a webinar. On August 8th, Monday at 8 p.m. The link for registering for the webinar is available in the description below. I strongly suggest that you go, register for this link, and you join the session. You please join the session, so that you'll understand what is there in ACCA, how does the process work, what all does it involve, what is the cost. My other colleagues, a lot of us will be there. We will be there to answer a lot of your questions, right? So my suggestion is, please attend the webinar on August 8th, 2022 at 8 p.m. The registration link for the webinar is available in description below. Please click register and do attend the session. Okay, so I hope to see a lot of you there in the session on Monday. Okay, chalo, looking forward to see you. All the best.